We will walk you through 10 essential elements in this video that you should immediately eliminate from your life. These upcoming moments represent your opportunity for in-depth reflection and a deeper understanding of who you are. Stay tuned until the end of the video to discover these 10 things you should quietly eliminate from your life. Let's start with the first point. We start with a crucial piece of advice. I encourage you to act active. Engage in this journey by sharing your reflections on each topic we address and by sticking with us until the end. Remaining away from negative individuals doesn't need an explanation. Discover how to remove yourself from people who have harmed you without causing trouble or arguing with them. It's time to let go of the past and stop looking for reasons why someone should have treated you badly or disrespectfully. Even if you felt they were your true friend, remain composed and focused on your own development. If they return seeking support, just say no. If you feel compelled to give an explanation, go ahead and do so. But keep in mind that you do not have to save someone who has abused your trust. This will help you avoid pointless arguments and discreetly end the unhealthy relationship. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification. Time will reveal the results of their actions, so concentrate on taking care of yourself and let the future determine what's best for both of you. Join us on this path towards self-empowerment and a fuller life ring. It's important to remember that we are not required to associate with people who harm us or don't value us. Each of us deserves to be treated with respect for who we truly are. Therefore, by choosing to quietly remove those who harm us from our lives, we are making a courageous decision for our emotional well-being and personal growth, allowing us to move towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. The second point is to let go of unnecessary goals. When we allow ourselves to move forward without the need to explain or justify our choices, we demonstrate deep respect for ourselves and our boundaries. There will be moments when you understand how important it is to make choices, act in a certain way, or stick to your own path. In some cases, you will need to give up on some goals in order to focus on the path that most closely matches your essence. This is perfectly normal, as we don't always get what we want, and occasionally, we have to let go of some things in order to pursue other things. However, it's important to discreetly remove these pointless goals without telling anyone, leaving no trace or losing information, as this could reveal your primary tactic. When the cards are on the table, act more wisely by gradually changing your life and deleting less significant aspirations. Always act discreetly to safeguard your plans and give yourself time to consider your options. Leading with sincerity and choosing the route that best suits your current self-awareness constitutes the third point. Refrain from passing judgment on someone else to others. In fact, you shouldn't even hold such thoughts in your conscience. Think carefully about the impression you give off when you speak poorly of someone. You could have rich and stimulating conversations instead of tarnishing the atmosphere in the ATM to express your negative feelings toward that person. Nobody has the right to learn about arguments or challenging circumstances, because doing so will simply fuel rumors and make matters worse. If you feel the need to discuss them, the best course of action in any scenario is to examine these actions in private, without disclosing them to others. In the fifth point, during tight times, have a talk with yourself and consider what transpired. The want to share may suggest that there is still an open wound. If you're angry or frustrated, try not to get too worked up in front of other people, and channel your energy into things that will make things better. Utilize that energy to move closer to your life goals. Teach your body how to handle stress, manage your emotions, and channel it all towards something that makes you stronger. Just be careful and cautious, though. Losing control can reveal weakness in stressful situations. Try to subtly release this tension by finding solutions to issues, carrying out your obligations, and using time as an ally, rather than spreading your troubles. Value the people and things that are already in your life and practice thankfulness. Find a quiet way to release emotional tension, pursuing inner balance and more constructive coping mechanisms. In the sixth point, stay away from continually evaluating oneself in relation to other people. Every person should be respected for their own journey. accomplishments, and successes without considering those of others. Comparing our lives to those of others is a bad habit that can negatively affect our emotional health, stunt our personal development, and lower our self-esteem, because we run the risk of falling into the trap of unfavorable comparison. When we compare ourselves to others all the time, we lose sight of our own goals and desires, getting sidetracked from what really matters and concentrating on what we think we should have or achieve in accordance with other standards. This leads to a focus on what we think we lack, rather than acknowledging our own strengths and accomplishments. This keeps us from moving forward on our own journey and accomplishing our unique objectives instead. By letting go of comparison, we can learn to be grateful for our unique situation and acknowledge our own gains. Keep in mind that every individual has distinct life paths, challenges, and abilities. It is more beneficial to concentrate on our own education and personal growth. In the seventh, instead of comparing oneself to others, make use of social media. Visualize social media as a library where millions of stories are shared every second. This is thrilling, but there's a sneaky risk associated with continual comparison. We frequently catch ourselves comparing our difficult chapters with the highlights of others' experiences as we peruse the vibrant pages of these digital stories. This unfair and unrealistic comparison can start a vicious circle of discontent and jealousy. To restrict how much of these digital stories you consume in order to prevent social media from taking over your life, set aside specific times of the day to check your accounts. This will help you organize your thoughts and time and prevent social media from taking over your life. Another useful tactic is to ask yourself, am I seeking something constructive here, or am I just killing time? This reflection can help you distinguish between purposeful use of social media and aimless passive consumption. It's also important to recognize the signs that social media use is having a negative impact on your mood or self-esteem. If using these platforms makes you feel depressed, it might be time to take a break. Use this time to get back into real-world activities that make you happy and satisfied. By following these guidelines, you can safeguard your mental health and lessen the need to constantly compare yourself to other people. Recall that every individual has an own journey, replete with successes, setbacks, and obstacles. In the eighth point, let go of the requirement for outside validation. Our society frequently suggests that a person's value is dependent on the opinions of others. But today, I want to encourage you to consider the liberation that results from releasing yourself from this unrelenting quest for acceptance. This metaphor shows how important it is to value and acknowledge your own voice above outside noise. Picture yourself in a situation where you are in the spotlight and surrounded by a crowd of eager faces, each with an opinion on how you should act, speak, and be. You can sense how overwhelming this can be. Now picture yourself leaving the stage and entering a calm and serene space, where the only opinion that truly matters is your own building, your self-esteem, and appreciating your qualities is a powerful practice. When we base our actions and decisions on the quest for approval, we distance ourselves from our true essence and what we truly desire. It's like trying to wear a garment that doesn't fit well all the time, just to please others. Honor your successes and take lessons from your mistakes. Always keep in mind that self-acceptance is a continuous journey and that little victories matter. Ultimately, develop connections that inspire and motivate you to reach your full potential. By releasing yourself from the need for outside approval, you open the door to a more fulfilling and authentic path, where you can be the true protagonist of your life and write your own stories with the ink of authenticity and courage. Now reflect on the times when you felt most fulfilled and content. If you've made it this far, it's because you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification. Click the bell to see when there are new videos, and don't forget to like and comment. You might have noted that those were the times when you were acting in accordance with your own principles and convictions, independent of what other people might think or anticipate. The core of living authentically is this: But how can we put it into reality in our day-to-day lives? Start with tiny steps. For instance, the next time you're going to make a decision, ask yourself if you're doing it because it's what I actually want to do, or if it's what other people want of me. Learn to identify your own wants and desires and to trust your gut going on. To the ninth point, our interactions with friends and lovers are like mirrors that reflect different aspects of our lives and provide us experiences that help to mold who we are. However, there is a fine line that needs to be drawn, the boundary between secrecy and privacy. See a relationship as a hidden garden where you can grow dreams, feelings, and memorable times. When a relationship ends, whether it be friendship or romance, it's normal to feel hurt, confused, and the need to process what happened. However, it's important to remember that the details of this garden, this shared story, belong only to you and the other person involved. By choosing not to disclose personal information or the reasons for the breakup, you are protecting your own heart as well as maintaining the dignity of both parties. Sharing this information with others can lead to misunderstandings, judgments, and worse, gossip, which can exacerbate the pain and create a vicious cycle of negativity. So how can we deal with the end of a relationship healthily? First, give turn inward and consider how you can use the lessons you've learned from this relationship to better yourself. Keep in mind that being discreet and respectful of others is a sign of mature purity. As you close a chapter in your life, do so with dignity and grace, understanding that every experience has prepared you for the next. Let go of unrealistic expectations. Imagine your life as a grand adventure across a vast ocean, with each expectation acting as a sail on your boat to propel you toward your dreams and goals. However, when these sails are too large, when our expectations become unrealistic, they can steer us off course and lead us into turbulent situations. This is an invitation to an inner journey, where we explore how our expectations can shape and sometimes distort our perception of reality. Waters of disillusionment and unhappiness. In order to start letting go of these expectations, we must first acknowledge that they exist. Unrealistic expectations are like maps that promise treasures that don't exist, leading us to chase ideals of perfection in ourselves, others, and the situations we encounter. We should ask ourselves if these ideals are truly our own, or if they were imposed by outside influences like society, culture, or even the media. This necessitates reflection and honesty. When you let go of unnecessary expectations, you enable life to flow more smoothly and organically. Finally, remember that the journey is just as essential as the destination. Ask yourself if these expectations make you feel better or worse. Do they reflect who I really am and what I value? Following these guidelines in our daily lives helps us cultivate a more optimistic, sympathetic, and resilient mindset that promotes more genuine personal growth and meaningful interpersonal interactions. By making room for surprises and joys that weren't intended, remember to acquire stress management skills and develop a positive outlook to overcome obstacles. Resilience enables you to overcome hardship and preserve emotional equilibrium, enhancing your general well-being. This includes partaking in joyful and relaxing activities that promote holistic health and enhance your capacity to handle life's obstacles. I truly hope that this video has been as helpful to you as it has been to me in remembering that the person speaking behind this voice has experienced similar issues, fears, and rejection numerous times, but they have also discovered happiness in movies and philosophy, the joy of starting each day with a 1% improvement. I hope this message has been helpful to you. I want to congratulate you for coming this far and finishing the video. Thank you for watching. I have a question for you. Did you enjoy the video? If so, we invite you to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and leave likes and comments to receive updates on new videos. We also suggest 2 additional videos that will appear on your screen.